got a lady here who lives alone with an 8-month-old puppy. And this puppy loves other people and dogs, but hates it if the lady leaves her alone for a walk or even just to pop to the toilet. And the puppy barks excessively when it's left alone. What can she do?
Okay, so this comes under, broadly speaking, the umbrella heading of separation anxiety. And actually, separation anxiety in puppies is quite common because we, by the nature of having that puppy, want to be with it a good deal. We can barely, or we may find it difficult to put the puppy down and to allow the puppy to begin to build the experience of being left alone. And this, I suspect, is what's happened here. Because it's, in actual fact, it can be an area that's overlooked for many, because people think about training their puppy to sit or to come back when they're called or to stay, you know, all these basic training exercises, but they sometimes fail to remember to build the time up where a puppy can be left. And so whether that's starting now or whether you had done it previously, the fact that you can't leave your puppy for short periods under various circumstances suggests that you may have missed that moment. But that's okay, because we can begin to think about it now and to put it in place and build this up gradually. So rather than forcing your puppy to go through extended periods of being alone and hoping that it will come to terms with it, I would encourage you to start with a little program, so that you think, well, I'm going to leave the pup for just 5 minutes, and during that time I am going to give it a little rubber hollow toy with some soft food in it. There's lots of recipes online for stuffing these devices, and then that can act as a nice little distraction. So you leave your dog, or your puppy rather, for a short period, and then you can come back after 5 minutes. You'll need to repeat that 2, 3, 4 times a day, so that the puppy just gets this idea of being left alone in a quiet space, maybe a crate if you're using a crate, or in a utility room, something of that description. So that's how I would really be moving forward with that. And then you can go from 5 minutes to maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. So, and then you could be looking at 10 minutes, then 15 and 20 and 25. So you can see where I'm going with my thinking there. So the idea of leaving the pup for this increasing duration is really valuable. And each time you leave the puppy, leave it with something, especially if the puppy is food driven, you leave it with something along those lines, and then we can create a really positive distraction for the puppy. And so in theory, your puppy becomes much less worried about where you are and much more interested in emptying this little device. Okay, so I think that's the way I would look forward here. Keep it simple, come back on yourself, start from the beginning, 5 minutes. Incidentally, if your dog can't even cope with 5 minutes, it may be 1 minute. Okay, wait until that period has lapsed. Okay, because once the 5 minutes has elapsed, you can then return to your puppy. If the puppy is barking or causing a fuss, avoid the temptation to rush back to the puppy. Wait for that little quiet moment and then return. When you do return to the puppy, make your return calm and self-controlled, so you're not overexciting the puppy, because we want to be showing the puppy that this is really nothing to worry about. So I hope that helps. Good luck in your efforts.